This is Housing News 360. The headlines: Federal government begins 20-year mortgage financing at 12% interest. Federal government targets capital markets to fund infrastructure. Ministry pledges support for architects. From the foreign scene, New Zealand locks out foreign home buyers as golden visa rules eased. The Ministry of Finance Incorporated Real Estate Investment Fund has launched a 20-year mortgage financing scheme at a 12% interest rate in a bid to address the housing deficit and create a more accessible and sustainable home ownership system. The fund was designed to provide low-cost mortgage options, particularly for pension account holders, enabling a broader segment of the population to own homes. The head of investment at MREF, Oluiji Adekunbi, speaking on the initiative, revealed that the fund would be launched in series, stating that 150 billion naira first phase is fully subscribed by the Ministry of Finance and Coordination, while the 100 billion naira second phase targets commercial investors. The fund, however, aims to address Nigerians' housing deficit and create a more accessible and sustainable home ownership system. The federal government is exploring alternative infrastructure funding through public-private partnerships (PPP) via the capital market in collaboration with the International Finance Corporation (IFC), a subsidiary of the World Bank. Officials from the IFC and ICRC have been meeting to refine plans aimed at developing Nigeria's capital market, with discussions focusing on unlocking its potential, as confirmed by the acting head of media and publicity at ICRC, Ifeanyi Nwoko. The projects being targeted are roads, rails, ports, and information technology. Others are in the health, education, transport, and agricultural sectors. However, to address the infrastructure deficit, the government is exploring bonds, private financing, and multilateral loans. The real estate professionals have emphasized the need for stable political leadership to deepen investment in infrastructure and advance innovation and property technology in Africa. The experts spoke at a Pan-African Real Estate Webinar Series 2025 titled Real Estate in Africa: Drivers of Economic Growth and Urban Transformation, organized by the Lagos branch of the Nigerian Institute of Estate Surveyors and Valuers, NAHES. They, however, also called for the streamlining of processes in acquiring property titles, improving the finance of projects, and needs to boost access to market information in the sector. According to them, the real estate market in the continent has the potential to create massive employment opportunities, boost government revenue through taxes, and provide incomes for individuals. The Federal Ministry of Housing and Urban Development has reaffirmed its commitment to supporting Nigerian architects in shaping the country's built environment. The Permanent Secretary of the Ministry, Dr. Shuaib Belgore, made this pledge recently during a meeting with the leadership of the Architects Registration Council of Nigeria in Abuja. Belgore acknowledged the vital role of architects in nation building, emphasizing that architects transform inhabitable spaces into vibrant, livable cities, making their contributions indispensable to Nigeria's urban development. The Permanent Secretary expressed satisfaction that previous disputes among professional bodies in the built environment had been amicably resolved, adding that the housing sector is now in a stronger position to deliver essential services. He assured the delegation that the ministry was eager to collaborate with architects to enhance ongoing projects, including the National Housing Program and the Renewed Hope Housing Project. The Executive Secretary of the Borno State Geographic Information System, BOGIS, Adam Bababe, has reaffirmed the agency's commitment to improving land management and urban development. Bababe, who disclosed this during a courtesy visit of the Chief Executive Officer of African Cities Research Consortium, ACRC, Professor Diana Milton, in Maiduguri, said efficient land management would ensure the low-income residents own land titles, including certificates of occupancy. The agency has modernized land administration by digitizing records to streamline the land titling process across the state, saying it would encourage more people to legally own land for residential and commercial uses. Bababe, however, sought African Cities Research Consortium's help to train Borno State Geographic Information Service staff in GIS. From the foreign scene, New Zealand's ban on foreign home buyers has continued to be a barrier for overseas investors seeking to benefit from the country's more permissive Golden Visa program. The country will ease its investors' visa and remove the English test by April 1st, but its strict foreign home buyer policy remains limited to citizens, tax residents, Australians and Singaporeans due to trade agreements. New Zealand, however, has streamlined its Active Investor Plus visa to attract wealthy migrants and boost economic growth and infrastructure funding.
Visit Housing TV Africa on YouTube and click on the subscribe button. Subscribe to Housing TV Africa to stay updated on latest happenings in Nigeria's housing sector. Follow our social media pages, like and share our posts on Facebook, Housing TV Africa, on Twitter, Housing TV Africa, Instagram, Housing TV Africa. Join the conversation and keep up with latest housing updates.
Housing TV Africa, your first in housing development broadcasting.